Hello, everybody. Been a while since I've done some live streaming, but I'm back. A little bit different now. I'm doing some artwork for Oompaville, YouTuber, and SOURBOYS, his candy company, as you can see right here. If I can get my thing out of the way. Whoop. Sour.gg. This is the website, which also is my artwork. You can go there and get a bunch of candy, stickers, all kinds of stuff. Here's some of my art on some of these. But it's a very special candy made naturally here in the States. Natural dyes, natural flavors. Small kind of shop, but they're growing real fast. YouTuber Oompaville and his wife call me Chris, if you're familiar. But yeah, so today I'm going to be doing some drawing of projects for SOURBOYS. Right now it's a sticker. Let me share my screen here. This is a fun one because it's based on The Thing, the movie The Thing. And I'll show you. Yeah, so this is going to be more of just kind of a relaxing stream while I draw. Here it is. Well, already getting messed up with my layout, but anyway, here it is so far. And I'll just be relaxing and drawing. Let me know if pop in, if my audio's working well, all those things. It's been a while since I've set all this stuff up. Let me fix my layout again too. What happened here? Hey, Colby. Hey, good to see you, bud. How's my audio doing? And yeah, you probably missed the first part, but I'm doing some artwork for SOURBOYS. Right now I'm working on this sticker design, probably be a poster as well, of based on The Thing. It's going to be Oompaville, the YouTuber here, and his cousin Caleb, hitting him with a flamethrower. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let me know if there's any kind of crazy background noise or anything like that. Yeah, this is mostly just me drawing and trying to focus while also trying to share what I'm working on. But how have you been, man? Hopefully I've also got a little bit of background music going too to help keep things a little focused while I zone out. So yeah, it works out pretty good. Oompaville looks pretty similar to Kurt Russell, so yeah, won't be too hard to make it work for this. Hopefully I don't have too much of a lag here. Okay, there we go. Haven't done a drawing stream like this kind of ever. Doing some manual labor at the moment. Yeah, well, hopefully it's not going too bad. I'm happy to see you here. Definitely a bit of a lag that I'm not used to, but I'll get used to it. Using Clip Studio Paint. I don't think you can see the whole, yeah, I guess you can't see the whole screen, but you can see what I'm working on anyway. If anybody has any questions about tools or anything like that, I'm happy to share that information too. Yeah, going to be a sticker and maybe a poster as well. I can show you on the site here. One sec. So here is SOURBOYS. We go to the main page so you can see it. So yeah, if you go to shop, go down, I keep clicking too much. There we go, shop. Go down merch and stickers, and I've got some in there already. Like this one here, these pug dogs. That's Petey and Frankie, Oompaville dogs. And this one here, based on a funny ad skit that Call Me Chris, his wife, and Oompaville did. She does a lot of characters like this, if you aren't familiar with her stuff. Also very fun to draw. Another one of those. And we're building a whole lot of lore. There's a lot more to come with SOURBOYS and some of the stuff we're working on. Here's a logo with sticker with my logo. And I've got some other ones coming out pretty soon here. I've been doing a whole bunch of work for them. Thanks. Yeah, it's been been doing a lot. Let me get the artwork back up here. I'm rusty. Haven't done this in a while. Guess I'll share around the link as well. How do I do that? How do I use this thing? So yeah, thanks for the advice with OBS. I gotta look into that more. I just went with StreamYard again because that's what I was used to. But yeah, the $70 a month is going to be a little too much for me, I think. There it is. Okay. Hey, Rob's here. Hey, Rob. Welcome. I'm here. I'm alive. It's a little bit different stream than before. I'm just going to be drawing and yakking when I can. Working on this Thing, like the movie The Thing, inspired sticker and poster. How you doing, Rob? Cool. Okay, yeah, I'll have to look into that. It seemed, when I looked up OBS, it seemed like it was also a pay thing, but maybe there's a way around that or something. a legal way around that. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in if you got to go, but nice seeing you. I'll be doing these more, just kind of hanging out. Not sure how much yet, but at least getting started. I think I got to do something about this lag. It's going to drive me crazy. Sure, you too, Colby. We'll see you later. Hi there, I see some new people popping in. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing some live drawing of Oompaville, the YouTuber, and he is as Kurt Russell in The Thing. Doing some horror movie inspired things for Halloween for the stickers. Oh yeah, that's definitely a little laggy, a little janky there. I think I gotta lower some bandwidth in some other area. Oh, and I won't be able to see any Facebook comments or anything like that yet. Like how I used to be able to see everybody's comments. So if you're commenting anywhere but YouTube, I won't be able to see it currently. I'm going to work on doing multi-platform soon. Oh yeah, you see I was getting real angular with my curves. A little laggy. It's just like a half-second delay every time I try to do anything. Any artists out there, do you ever actually flip your pen around anymore? Oh yeah, I'm remembering that the system that I use tends to glitch out if I don't keep the Camo Studio app forefront, which I can't do all. So. While you're watching, make sure you go to sour.gg and get some candy and some stickers and all kinds of cool stuff over there. Love this eraser. Or just the lasso tool, lasso fill. You can use it to erase things too. Very helpful. Clip Studio Paint. I think there's a way around that. Anybody know how to draw a flamethrower? I'm going to be obscuring my face the entire time I draw, huh? Not this handsome face. Looking forward to getting to this creature here. This guy. Lag reminds me of Procreate users. But there seems to always be a lag when I see someone using Procreate. He's got a pack on the back of him here. Anybody just popping in, this is inspired by the movie The Thing or SOURBOYS. Hi there, if you're just coming in, welcome. I'm not talking a whole lot, but I'm drawing SOURBOYS related projects. And this one in particular is based on the movie The Thing. A sticker on the website. If you go over to sour.gg, pick up some candy, get some stickers, got my art all over it. And if you're on YouTube, feel free to leave me a comment. I can't see them on other platforms yet, but I can see your comments on YouTube. You can ask any art questions or questions about the project, or SOURBOYS, or anything of that nature. Or anything. We talk movies, comics, music, whatever. Hi there, I see some new people popping in. Welcome to the stream. I'm drawing something awesome. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I already did that a few times. You're going to have to go back and watch it. I'm just kidding. Feel free to ask any questions if you want. Let my camera go away. This thing I've set up is pretty lame. Coming back to the stage, Ray Dillon. Oh, yeah, there I am. Hello. Hello, new people. Jump scare. Boo. Welcome to my channel. Feel free to ask any questions or whatever while I'm working here. Click back over to Camo Studio every few seconds so that my camera doesn't go away. Right now I'm doing the next stage of pencils. Here's the original sketch for it. Inks and colors. I wish I could show you the reference I'm using for this monster character down here. It's going to look like Clint, if anyone's familiar with Bill Channel, Sour Boys. Caleb's cousin Clint is going to be the creature, which cracks me up. Right? Flip this around this way. I also need to get some of the concept art for by Mike Plug, by the way, if you're not familiar. He's the artist of The Thing's concept art, the movie The Thing. Incredible artist, incredible concept pieces. I can't find right now. Oh, there it is. I already had it open. Yeah, this upside down crawling head with spider legs. Brilliant. Make sure everything isn't shutting down on me. Checking the camera. Okay. Definitely not going to be doing as long of streams as I once did. 7 or 8 hours. That's a bit much. But for a couple hours here and there, I'll show you what I'm working on. Boy, this thing is slowing down. Okay, so we got some gross little tendrils here. And a gross little lag. Have I complained about the lag? I don't think I have. Eyeballs on the end of these things. I think those are eyeballs. Something. If you're watching, feel free to tell me how your day was. What'd you do today? Are you drawing? Have you been drawing? Or are you just a fan? That's cool too. I'm gonna have to work on my stream yapping. Actually got a reference to these kind of creatures in. Oh, did my camera go again? Did wait? Is it back? It's back. Hey, in my comic Gatekeeper. You see right on the cover actually is. Where am I at? There we go. My comic is so shiny it's reflective. I've got these spider creatures in my comic, The Gatekeeper, which is a post-apocalyptic superhero story. Pretty good shot. So yeah, I'm familiar with these types of critters. There we go, shot. Comic available, by the way, as is The Evolution, my other comic book. Look at that guy. Look what's going on here. Yep. Somewhere around here. No, should I just keep it big on my face? Oh, we switch back to there. We go. You know, when you're drawing so many legs on a creature, I've noticed this with ants. I just did a cover that had a bunch of giant ants on it. Drawing that many legs, it's hard to find space for all. And make it look interesting, like a good silhouette. It's very cluttered very quickly. That's why I'm having this one come up this way. Like that. Kind of vary it up a bit. Anybody know what's on the end of the head spider guy's legs? Where should I keep it dark? I don't want it to be too dark, so I'm going to do that with colors, I think. Some of the decisions you have to make as an artist is, should I use black shadows or hatching? Should I use what the color? It's been 45 minutes. Time flies when you're having camera trouble. What I was working on is gas tank or whatever this is in the back. Some sort of indication of it. Just a happy little flamethrower. There are a couple of other artists that work at SOURBOYS as well. They go by Rosie and Wolfie, and Rosie also does a stream. We'll probably do one together soon. But if you go to sour.gg, you'll see a lot of their bag art. They've been doing those for a while. Lots of stickers as well. There, how's that looking? It's kind of cool, right? Hi there, if you're just showing up, welcome to the stream. Feel free to chime in the comments. If you're on YouTube, won't be able to see it elsewhere. Anybody just tuning in, I'm drawing a thing inspired. I lost my camera again, didn't I? All right. Come on then. You can do it. Can we do it? You can't do it, camera. All right, let's see if I can get. Well, it is showing up this way. Here, what's going on? It's a test stream. Trying to get it working. can't see my camera again. Hello there. New people coming in while I try to get my camera fixed. Well, hopefully my audio is good at least. Got a big cough coming. Hopefully my mic was muted while I did that. Hi there, if you're just popping in, welcome. Oh my goodness gracious. It's Dandy Strider. Welcome, sir, welcome. My camera doesn't work. I'm trying to get it working again. How you doing, man? This is my face when you came into chat. That's how excited I was. I'm doing all right. I'm rusty on the streaming, and my camera doesn't want to show up, and I've had to reconnect it several times. And there's a bit of a lag when I try to draw, and I haven't really done any drawing streams before, so learning curve. But I'm here. That's exciting. You do. Sometimes just seeing your name, I start running around the house screaming. Okay, camera working again. Sorry to deprive everybody of my beautiful face. I will no, wait, did it go away again? Come on. For Pete's sake. For the sake of Pete. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So here's the sticker I'm working on. It's based on the thing. It's going to be Oompaville and his cousin Clint as the alien monster. Okay, is my camera working? Let's see. It looks connected. It looks pretty connected. Let's see if I can keep it connected long enough to point it at my face. Prepare for the jump scare. Here goes. Wait, I forgot how to do it. One is which? Can you hear me on this one? Okay, you can hear me. Do I have a camera on this one? Let's find out. Yeah, Dandy, can you still hear me? It looks like it's working, but I can't totally tell. Hopefully you don't hear my echo as well. Come on, camera. You can do it. You can hear me. Okay, good. And hello, new people coming in. Welcome. Having camera technical difficulties, but I'm drawing this cool looking thing over here. Pretty crisp. Good, good, good. Still have a nice mic. So, hey, Chunk's here. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Can one of you guys get my camera working? It just doesn't. Come on. How you been, dog? I almost made that same joke. Is it plugged in? Have you tried turning it off and back on again? You're terrible at technology. Apparently I am too. I don't know what I'm doing. I had it working there for a long time, but with I'm using Camo Studio as my webcam connector device. And I have to bring it to the front of my screen every like few seconds or the camera shuts off. And I forgot to do it, and now my camera's gone and I can't get it back. I'm gonna give it a couple more tries, and if not, I might just give up on it for today and finish drawing. Okay, there's a camera. Is it gonna do it? Still says can't find camera. All right, well, that's fine. I'll just work. Now there's an echo? What? How is there an echo now? I got rid of the echo. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see that. Now it's gone. Okay, good. It is really fickle. I don't know why. Haven't been able to figure out a better system than the Camo Studio using my phone as a webcam, because my Cintiq doesn't have a webcam attached to it at all. So I have to find another method, and it always seems to be a problem. I'm going to attempt to do a things related logo here as well. Oh my gosh, we got Jeff Cram here. Hey man, welcome. What madness is this? It's SOURBOYS meets The Thing, drawn by me. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, all right. She watched. Was that her first time watching it? Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. It's coming together. I'm a bit frustrated with the lag and the camera stuff while I'm trying to focus on drawing. I haven't done any kind of drawing live kind of thing in a long time, so I'm sure you understand. You've started your streaming lately too. So, oh, okay, yeah, I know. I love the practical effects. How had she not seen that movie before? How dare she? You tell her I'm very disappointed. Oh yeah, I was just acting towards the camera and it's not on. Pretend I was moving my hands around and being very clever. Yeah, you can drop it in Discord. That's fine. I'm sure it does. I need one of those. Sheltered. Well, I guess that explains it. Great. Yes. Appreciate it. Just like print out a picture of me, look at that, imagine energetic movements, kind of frantic movements. And that's what you were missing out on. Welcome. I see some more new people coming in. As soon as my camera stops working, everybody starts coming in. Well, well, well. So for those of you who aren't familiar, here is sour.gg. That's the SOURBOYS website, which is just chock full of all my artwork. I drew this little guy right here. Professor Zalk is his name, and designed a whole bunch of stuff for the website. Even these little faces, which I don't know if you can tell on the stream, but as you scroll, they spin smoothly when I'm not trying to record it. And I've been doing all kinds of stuff for SOURBOYS. We're working on a bunch of other projects that I can't talk about yet. But you can go over to the stickers page and see some of my art there. Like this adorable pug dog one of Petey and Frankie. The cutest pugs I've ever seen. Frankie kind of has a bat symbol on the face there. That's how I'll be drawing it anyway. Here's Call Me Chris Collins as this funny character from a SOURBOYS ad. Another one of those. Got some really funny ones coming out that I don't know if they've been seen or not yet, but I could probably share that. Pugs are the best. I've never had a pug, but they're fun to draw anyway. Wish I had a dog. Haven't had a dog in a very long time. Yeah, let me see if I can find particular image file. Okay, let me see. You guys get a special taste of this ahead of time because no one else has seen it yet, I don't think. But it's if you're familiar with that American Eagle ad that was going around, that was such a big deal. Let me find what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. Is that gonna work? I've never shared just an image. There you go. I did this this sticker of Caleb from SOURBOYS Oompaville as Sydney Sweeney, showing off his wares, which are SOURBOYS candies, which you can get at sour.gg. Hi, Tom. What is it? Tominamicon? Tominamicon? That's fun to say. Welcome, welcome. Thinking of Violator's makeup with the pug's face. Yeah, I see that. Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one. There's a variation of that. Where's that at? Let me find the variation. Here we go. My jeans are filled with candy. That cracked me up. What can I say? Thanks. A lot of fun. So I'm doing a whole bunch of those. Right now I'm working on a bunch of Halloween horror themed movie tributes. Is that supposed to make you want candy? It does make you want candy. You're ordering the candy right now. Right? Better be. Sour.gg. Get over there. Buy some candy. Not only is it delicious, it's made all naturally with natural dyes, natural flavors. They care very much about it, the process that goes into what they're making. And I think that's cool. That's part of what made me want to work with them. Hangs head in shame. You should. Well, you don't have to if you're buying candy right now. And stickers. Don't forget those stickers. All right, let me get back to sharing my art, my other art. Stop screen, share screen. I can do this, guys. There we go. Let's see if I can preview any other stuff I've been working on. Maybe give you a little sneak peek of this. Some of the other ones I'll be working on. Here's one I did of Ice Cube's War of the Worlds. I haven't seen it yet, but I will. We'll see it soon. Gonna be doing a Halloween one. Holding a sour strip. Nightmare on Elm Street with sour strip fingers. A whole bunch of these. There's the original one for that. And maybe some fun, just classic kind of Halloween ones. Wait, close that stuff. Yeah. This one's already on the site. You can order that. That's actually from another artist named Wolfie. That's what they go by. Done tons of great work over there. Has there been a Willy Wonka bit yet? Not yet, but that's definitely coming because that's he is basically the Willy Wonka of YouTube and candy. He's just the Willy Wonka of being Willy Wonka. That's what Oompaville is. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I try. Once they mentioned Halloween, I got all kinds of ideas. We're also doing like meme related stickers and things, just trying to have fun with it. Now I got to figure out how to draw the flamethrower itself from a weird angle. Awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah, they have certain bundles where you can get a bunch, because what they're doing is they make new flavors every week, and since it's their own factory, like their own small factory that they're running, they can make up whatever flavors they want. Like they have some coming out for holidays, like a pumpkin pie flavor, things like that. Like just whatever they want to make, whatever sounds good, whatever the fans say, like, oh, I'd love, this kind of thing, like key lime pie or something. They'll make a sour strip of that flavor. He puts the Will in Willy Wonka. Although you typed Wanka, so I don't know what to Willy Wanka. That's a whole different character. When in doubt, black it out. That's essentially what I'm doing. It's mostly fire, but I got to indicate some sort of holding of the device. It's got kind of a here. It's got kind of a here, I'll start it there. So it would be coming out of here. Here's where the flames are coming out. There's some sort of barrel, but that doesn't line up correctly. And then it's got a hose that kind of wiggles around that way. Something like that. Awesome. Thanks for checking it out, Chunk. Yeah, they really do. I was a fan of what they were doing before I started working with them, and that's why I reached out to them and stuff. And I appreciated who they were and how they cared about what they were doing, and just the creativity behind all of it. And I just kind of had a vision for what we could do with it and pitched them the idea, and that's how we ended up working together. So and I'm having a blast. It's been great the whole time. And I wish I could tell you the other stuff that we're working on, but it's pretty cool. I'm gonna give my camera one more try here. Gonna do it. No. Heck nabbit. Consarn it. Dadgummit. All those. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Okay, well, my beautiful voice is all you get. So I think I might scoot his hand down a little bit to accommodate the barrel of this flamethrower. Sometimes I put a whole bunch of lines trying to figure out what line I'm going for. Art advice from me. Ratfink collab with SOURBOYS? That'd be cool. I could probably come up with something like that. How loud are my brush strokes, by the way? Can't tell how... Some of what I was doing when I was setting it up sounded like it heard every little noise I was making. It's a very powerful microphone. How'd you know I started an OnlyFans? By the way, Jeff, do you have a schedule for when you're going to be streaming? Is it like a few times a week or certain days or anything like that? Now that I finally got my setup going, maybe I could join you on there. Well, except for my camera not working. Here's the thing, too. Here's how stubborn I am. I can actually use my camera just through StreamYard. I forgot what it's called for a second. Without all this nonsense that I'm dealing with. But it's a lower quality, and that drives me crazy. So instead, I'm dealing with all this other stuff. All right. Just Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Well, cool. 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I could probably stop in at some point there. We could do like a draw off or something. I like that you've been doing a poll for whatever characters you want to draw. That's fun. Not hearing the brush strokes? Good, good, good. Although that could be some ASMR. I don't know. Maybe I want that. And Dandy, you've been doing lots of streams while writing, right? Do you have a schedule on those? By the way, if anybody's watching, you should follow all these guys that are in the chat. They're all awesome. Dandy, I'm drawing a comic book for him called The Board. It's really cool too. Hey, I could probably pull that up while I got it. Too many files. Where am I at? Okay, a little surprise. Here is Dandy Strider's book. This is the Crowned Eagle. That's the main character, or a main character. And it's a book called The Board. I'll show you some of the pages from it. And you should follow him on TikTok and all the other places because he's kind of all over the place. Just like me. There's a cool fight scene here. I'll just open all these up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see new people popping in as well. Welcome. All right, here's some pages from The Board. Starts off with this peaceful neighborhood. Oh wait, what's this? What's this little spark over here? What's that light? What's that vroom? Pan down. See this innocent kid walking by this creepy car. Dun dun. Look at that guy. Look at this creep. Cameron Pop. He's got candy and toys. That's a fitting transition. Don't get your candy from this guy. Get it from sour.gg. Crazy action scenes. That guy. Even grosser. Getting grosser by the minute. There he is, Round Eagle. Look at his awesome motorcycle. Got Blowy. Let me make that bigger. Boom. Sunday Creator Tea Party. Fun. I was just watching a documentary about like Dave Sim and Jeff Smith and those guys back when they were really starting to blow up, late 80s, I think it was. And one of the things they were talking about is how the indie creators band together and went on a tour around the whole country promoting their books together, like building each other up and going all these different places to like comic shops and conventions and all that. And just doing it as a unit like that, like the indie comic scene going out together to promote. And that, you know, lifted them all up together to where, you know, it's Dave Sim, Jeff Smith, you know, Bone. That inspired me so much. I feel like that's just not as much of a thing. You know, everyone's so focused on Marvel and DC and stuff, but now it's like the new era of indie comics. And it makes me feel like that's something that should definitely happen, is like all of us banding together, doing a tour, you know, or whatever, like just all together going, and, you know, you're stronger together than you are just individually. So digging the textures. Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely don't gloss over textures and details and silly little stuff like that. That's right. Another candy reference. All right. Yeah, go ahead, clip it. Dandy Strider. Follow him. We got one more. Oh, yeah. This is a crazy sequence. Really been pushing my layouts and stuff the last few years. Just trying to do the most unique stuff I can. And that is, once again, the Crowned Eagle inside the pages of the book called The Board. Very exciting book I've been working on. Much more to come. And here is the SOURBOYS sticker I'm working on. Any of the new people popping in, this is a Thing, the movie inspired Halloween related sticker. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm happy I could put a smile on your face. I also have a smile on my face, even though you can't see me. I could be lying, too. It is, yeah. I've definitely been dancing on the edge a lot lately. A lot of my books have crazy 2-page spreads, especially my personal books, with a lot of movement, left to right, right to left, that you wouldn't normally see in books, because a lot of the times an editor might go like, that's too confusing to a reader. But I kind of feel like readers are going to know how to read it, especially if I put the amount of work that you kind of need to like draw the eye across the page in various kind of unique ways. Or at least I think I'm doing that. Seems like I'm doing that. Okay, so we got a flamethrower there. What is my... I'm in Clip Studio, and I've completely misplaced my, what do they call it? The sub-view window with all my references. There we go. I still like this line. Don't lay a finger on my legally distinct Butterfinger. Guess I'll move that talking head there. Okay. All right, maybe I'll start working on some inks. Take all that, put it in its own folder, and make it blue. There we go. Probably work a bit longer, and then I ought to hyper focus on this for the rest of the day. Been fun though. I'm glad I finally got streaming going. If it was green, you would die. If the lines were green, or if what was green? The Butterfinger, my smile, which thing needs to be green? Green. Wait, that line. That's the wrong one. I don't want that to be green. I want that to be black. There, that's green. Oh, that's hard to look at. Hey, no, that's totally fine. That's something that I've thought a lot about doing lately, because I do want to have original artwork. And I also just prefer working on paper and stuff. I haven't done it in so long, other than like commissions and things like that. But yeah, it's something where most of the time while I'm working, if anything is going to make it take longer, I kind of just skip it and just keep focusing on work. But I keep telling myself, like, maybe I will print stuff out and, start doing it on paper, or maybe I'll just start drawing on paper altogether again, because I used to, and I think I probably will switch to that at some point. Just don't have it down yet. I need a better printer probably, or a bigger one anyway. It's a song reference. Blue, because if I was green, I would die. That sounds familiar. What is that? Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's something I've been kind of kicking myself about for a while now, just because I do start thinking like, I could, although I might not even sell stuff, I tend to hoard it until, like, thinking someday it will be worth much more. I think I'm gonna have to switch that back to blue. Oh no, how do I get my normal blue color? I've lost it. That'll do. Or maybe a darker green. Green is kind of my color. Okay, I can deal with that. How's that look to you guys? That's me. Always an optimist. Or try to be. And thank you for subscribing. I've made one wonky line. Now I'm going to go back to inking. Here we go. Part of the problem is there's a bit of a lag, and it's making my lines come out a little weird. But I've been curious if I can do it, so. Get it the right size, maybe, and it won't do that so much. Pretty cool, thanks. It is very Ray, isn't it? Why haven't I thought of that sooner? Yep, see my taper on my brush is delaying, so when I go to make a line, the drags funny. Oh, wonky. What zoom level am I at? I guess I can get a little closer. Maybe that'll delay it a little bit less. Okay, that's kind of working. Nope. You see what I'm talking about? Look at that little jaggy little. I didn't want that. It doesn't feel natural. Yeah. Maybe if I do sound effects. It is kind of, yeah. I also have just way too many things open. But yeah, something is causing it to go just a little slower than I'm used to, and that's making my arm do weird things. I'm too zoomed in, but at least it's not lagging as much. For a long time, I used to try to do perfectly round pupils, and I'm not sure why I did that. But I've gotten more into just kind of doing organic shaped, like not perfect circle kind of thing. You only really work traditionally? That's cool. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're liking seeing it. It would be way more impressive if it wasn't lacking. Way more impressive. Not that this isn't impressive. This is mind-blowing, but if it wasn't lagging, my lines would be that much better. Spinning and spinning. Yeah, I'm kind of that way with digital coloring too. Like I also do, painting and watercolor and all that stuff too. It's just something about the digital colors do feel kind of epic and cleaner and kind of more professional in a way almost. It's really hard to get that same style, I guess. I mean, some people do it with Copics, and even I saw someone the other day. Who was that? Oh shoot, I can't think of the name right now. But they were doing the acrylic painting, and it looked like digital colors. And I was just like, if I could do that, it would probably take me longer. But if I could do that, maybe I would just switch all to traditional. Again, I used to do all traditional. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dandy. I'm fighting for my life over here. My lines aren't smooth. Yeah, I'll definitely have to figure something out there. When I used to do the other streams, I never did any drawing unless it was on paper, so I didn't realize how much of a problem this would be. But plenty of artists do it, so there's got to be a way to get working. Also, anybody new coming in, thank you for coming. Welcome. I'll zoom out so you can see what I'm working on. If you can see it now that it's green. Look at that. It's Oompaville. It's Kurt Russell from The Thing. Whoa. Brush doing some weird things there. If I turn down some of my settings, it'll make it better. That's kind of better. Okay, that's doing something. Ooh, okay, here's a moment of truth. Can I do some erratic hatching without it being too bad? Sort of. I don't like that. You. What I got to say about that. Might have to stick to coloring or something on stream. No, I don't want to do that. Look. Thanks. Yep. I'm sure they were perfectly fine hatching lines. They just weren't what I was trying to do. So like normally I might even do like a zigzag kind of thing. Well, now it's kind of working. Not quite what I was going to do. I swear I know how to ink. You do. That's right, I am. And if I'm your worst critic, then you don't have much to worry about because I think you're awesome. Haha. Whoa. Maybe I'll stick to the hair for a bit. Something. Yeah, drawing with lag is kind of like walking underwater or something. Like you're you're trying to do something you're used to doing all the time, and it's just moving weird. Do you think it has anything to do with the like 50 million tabs I have open on the 2 browsers that I have going? Probably not. Thank you, sir. I'll take that. I'll graciously accept being called a goat. I don't know if you know that or not, but I pretty much invented the term goat. You know, for some it's common knowledge, but I used to have a studio called Golden Goat Studios, and I was the goat. I was the goat man. So, I mean, not to brag, but I definitely invented that. The same term that everybody uses now. That was me. Some people say it was LL Cool J inventing that term. And it was, but you know, in spirit, it was kind of me. Yep. Yeah, it's probably nothing to do with that. Thanks, I appreciate the support. No, for real, if you didn't know, LL Cool J did invent that term. He's the first one to put it into greatest of all time. So he's the GOAT. Put some respect on LL Cool J's name. Whoa, what in the world? That time I had my pen off screen and it was still moving around. Yep, that's right. I just, you know, it's like a bored god, really. You know, like just trying to come up with something to make things a little different. Like, art's too easy. I need 50,000 tabs open and to do a live stream while drawing. Good question. Dedicated wham. Not enough, apparently. You know, every time I draw a tongue, I think of the very first commission. Well, the second commission I ever got. The very first commission I ever got was for a t-shirt company in Helena, Kansas. And that was a prisoner of war shirt. MIA, POW MIA. Drew a bunch of soldiers. And then I did a bear, a giant bear head, like snarling, kind of roaring bear. And I had to learn how to draw a bear tongue. And ever since then, I've just kind of had that in my head whenever I draw a tongue. It was very helpful, though. Good lesson. Too many sweats, huh? What's that thing in the back of your throat called? The back of your whatever. Hey, yeah, it is funny what sticks with you. But I don't have any cons planned other than maybe some of the ones around here. In Maine, by the way, if anybody's watching, don't know where we're at. Jeff Cram is also from Maine. I would really love to do some of the shows that I did the other year again, because I had a great time, like the mall shows and stuff. Those were so much fun. which is funny because I used to think like, oh, you have to go to Comic-Con, you have to go to San Diego and Chicago and all that. But one of the most fun shows I've ever done is just at a local mall, just because people are real excited and they weren't expecting to have a show like that. Uvula, that's the other part of what I was saying there. That's the uvula. Is that what that is? Okay, uvula. A totally different word in my head. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to try to do some of those local shows here. Just don't have an exact plan yet. What about you? Are you doing any shows? Thanks, man. Appreciate that. That's something I've been working on a lot over the years. How's that look? Better? Maybe. Yeah, I used to love doing those shows though. I was kind of a maniac back in the day. I just went with like this. I'm gonna make all these connections. I'm gonna take over the world kind of mentality. I ended up going backstage at like big panels and like meeting all kinds of crazy. I met like Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez and Bryan Singer before he was problematic, and Kevin Smith, and like just all these kind of people that I got to meet at shows just by kind of being a maniac. Struggle with expression. How do I get good? Good question. Study cartooning and practice a lot. It's kind of the best ways that I know how to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. My stuff used to be pretty stiff. From when I because I was never really a natural artist. I had to really teach myself how to do, any kind of drawing really. And in doing so, like practicing anatomy and perspective and all that kind of stuff, my stuff kind of started off in a pretty stiff place. But over the years, just practicing, loosening up, pushing things further than you think maybe is right to do. Like, oh, is that too goofy? Is that too weird? Is that too flexy? Kind of like how Todd McFarlane would draw Spider-Man with no bones, that kind of thing. That's where it comes from, is like seeing where you can push it to. Yeah, learning from real life is obviously good. Like, we need to learn that stuff, but cartooning is where you get that kind of energy. And because like no matter what, a like looking at a photo of somebody making a goofy face is still going to be different than like the way an animator might portray that face. And that's something I've always tried to do too, is like caricature and things like that. You guys get motion sickness? I'm all over the place. Normally I stay a lot more focused on one area at a time, but this situation is a little different. I might redo all this hatching when I get done with this stream. Let's see. You guys will have to look to see how the final product turns out. Am I going to totally redo it? Well, we'll see. Whee! I do a lot of cartwheels while I'm drawing. Well, and see, with the lag, I can't get it to stop spinning around now either. It keeps going way further than I mean for it to. You know what, Dandy? I am glad that you suggested green. I like that. I think I'm going to keep it that way now. Everybody else using blue line, not me. This one's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys were seeing some of the other drawings of Caleb Oompaville that I was doing, but he's got such a distinct face. This one's a little different because it's supposed to look like him as Kurt Russell, kind of. So I have to balance that, like looking like him and not looking too much like Kurt Russell. Darn it. Well, I guess that's that. Can't beat the mouse. That would be fun. I would love to draw Doctor Strange. That's someone I don't think I've ever drawn. Maybe a long time ago in my sketchbooks as a teenager, but yeah, I may have never drawn him before. Whoa. Head floating away. Man, none of these lines are going the direction I want them to. All right, man. Thanks for coming by. Have a good evening. Have a nice walk. I like that you're doing that. I guess I'll probably be going here in not too long from now. Maybe 15, 20 minutes. And no, not just out of frustration from the lag on this thing. Oh, I might have to do a Big Trouble in Little China referenced sticker because that's one of my favorite movies. Big Trouble in Little Candy. That kind of is an appropriate thing too, because he's it's a little candy company going up against the big corporations. That's a good idea, man. And it's got Kurt Russell in it again, so that works pretty well. Ew, the lines. Yes, I'm getting obsessive about the tiny little details and teeth too. Not too much, just a bit. I'm not crazy. I heard a term the other day that I hadn't ever heard of somehow, but ghost lines. I thought that was kind of a neat term. It's when an artist kind of pretends to make a line a few times before they actually put the final line down. And I tend to not do that as much as I did when I first started, but maybe I'll have to do that with the streams because the lines aren't coming out as well. Hey, World on a String. Welcome. Thank you. Here, I'll show you the full thing. Based on the thing. The full thing based on the thing. Maybe I'll get into some of the less important. I always start with the face, but maybe I should have been starting with the coat or something as I get used to the flag and whatever. This little pocket sticking out over it. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. For some reason, I would imagine him just sort of making bold lines just based on his work, but I guess that makes sense. What's my take on the ending of Big Trouble in Little China? Gosh, it's been a while since I've watched it. What is the ending? Remembering the fight scenes. Awesome lightning guy. I'm gonna have to rewatch that movie. What is the ending? That's my take on the ending. I don't remember. Oh, on the thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's my take on the ending of the thing? Well, yeah, maybe Childs. What are you still doing here, Jeff? Yeah, man, great movie. Anything, you know, John Carpenter related is going to be pretty great. Hey, you're schooling her on all kinds of good movies. Well done. 1000% Childs, yeah, probably. Oh, really? Oh, she's. Oh, well, hello, World on a String, and now I know who you are. So instead of going on a walk, you guys are hanging out watching. Well, that's cool. Thanks. Let's see. Biggest clue, in my opinion, is that Kurt drinks the beer, hands it to Childs, and he drinks it. He wouldn't have shared a drink if he was afraid of getting infested. Okay, yeah. Escape from LA, yeah. All right. Hey, we're going on a walk. I like that. Hey, I feel like I'm getting my steps in, getting some exercise, all while drawing. Works out perfect for me. See, they end up not being spaced quite right, too. That's going to drive me crazy. can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Could be neither of them. That could also be true. I heard they're remaking the thing again. I don't know about that. Multitasking. Trying to. Exercise, drawing, same time. No big deal. That's just how I do. I've often thought about getting one of those treadmill, like standing treadmill things, and see if I could draw while walking on a treadmill. Just because I do need to get more exercise when I'm, instead of sitting all day. Yeah. Razzafrazzin'. Didn't they already do it? Yeah, they did. Like, not when did that even come out? That might be longer ago than I even realized it is. But yeah, and I think this one, they said it was going to be a series, which that could be interesting, maybe. I should do it. I should get that walking thing. Yeah, I probably should. Standing desk. I have my Cintiq can go to a standing position, but my regular desk is short enough that it doesn't really, it makes me kind of lean over too much when I use it anyway. I used to have it set up on, it was actually our dining room table, and that was perfect because I could look, it was just like eye level with me, and I wish I had had it set up like that again. But one of those like raisable, electronic tables, that'd be cool. They probably cost $2,000 or something. I don't know. Spring leg closer things. What, like or the thing that Suzanne Summers used to promote? If you even know who that is, the Thigh Master. Is that what? Are you talking about a Thigh Master? Is that what you want me to get, Dandy? Joke's on you. I already got 2 of those. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way there. No Kurt Russell. Yeah, probably not practical effects. Although I have been seeing more and more movies that are kind of doing that. It's kind of nice. And actually, what was it? Oh, the new Alien show. If you haven't watched that, that's got a lot of practical effects in it. I was really surprised. Really good. I haven't decided on the story yet. But the visual effects are amazing. Thigh Master. Should get a Thigh Master. One's in the chat if you want me to get a Thigh Master. It'll be a whole different kind of stream. I do nothing but leg day. Everything else is tiny, but my thighs are enormous. My inner thighs, even. Got 1-1. That's all I need. Thigh Master's on the way. Yeah, I couldn't even tell where the CGI was a lot of the times. Like some of them I was like, oh, well, that has to be CGI. But they really did do a good job of like toning down the shininess and all that kind of stuff that would make it a dead giveaway. Yeah, it's been really impressive. Oh yeah, I got a new episode to watch tonight. Haha. of Alien. I think there's one I haven't seen yet. Alien Earth. I hope we're going to see a lot more aliens on Earth. I've always wanted to see sort of a alien infestation kind of alien movie. Seems like it might be heading that way. Hopefully there's no spoilers in what I just said. I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh, never mind. Forget what I said. But yeah, go watch it. Yes, you will. You better. Speaking of, if anybody has any recommendations on shows to watch, documentaries, anything like that, I've been struggling lately. I kind of don't want to watch anything. I keep almost turning on something and then being like, I don't feel like watching that. And then I end up just watching I've been watching Rhett and Link and stuff lately. I like Rhett and Link, but every time I go to watch something, I'm just like, I'll just watch another Rhett and Link episode. And of course, the SOURBOYS channel. Make sure you go to SOURBOYS on YouTube as well. They actually have been doing some really, really funny videos, making weird candies and stuff like that. And they have lab coats, like science lab coats that have my logo on them. And that's super cool. I have not. I'm kind of way behind on all the Star Wars stuff. I can't even remember what the last thing I saw was, but I know I need to watch Mandalorian and Andor. I've heard a lot of good things about that. Yeah, Good Mythical Morning, Rhett and Link. I've been watching them for forever. Just sort of a good vibe, you know. Don't have to think too hard. Don't have to pay too much attention, but they are funny. Yeah, kind of if I'm not watching that, I actually am watching Oompaville and his deep dives into all kinds of cool conspiracies and stuff. That's one of my favorite things to watch too. Government conspiracies and alien ancient civilizations and all that kind of stuff. Love that stuff. I've kind of been watching What If lately. I kind of like that. Art style is pretty cool, even if it's 3D. It's got really good coloring and lighting to it. Yeah, for a few years, I was totally not into Marvel or anything, but then I watched WandaVision, and I really liked that. And that kind of got me back into watching some of the stuff. Yeah, long-haired beard man. And yeah, it's just it sort of keeps me in a good mood, really. Yeah, the 3D, I have a hard time with the 3D models too. That's why I think I kind of hyper focus on the coloring and lighting, because that's done really, really well. But a lot of the times I'm just looking at it going 3D model, that's a 3D model. I can't stop my brain from thinking about how it was made and stuff. But, it's been kind of fun. The only thing and I think I've heard a lot of people say this, but with Marvel stuff is that every character is so quirky and quippy, and, they're always joking. Even the Watcher in What If is like kind of making sarcastic remarks and jokes and stuff. Like, I don't know if he needs to do it. Like, it's funny when Thor and Iron Man or somebody like have some kind of back and forth, but I don't know if every character needs to be making jokes all the time. Ant-Man makes sense, you know. Although I guess I don't know if he was, because like Spider-Man obviously is a jokey kind of character, but like, was Ant-Man a jokey character before the movies? Before Paul Rudd was cast? I mean, I love him as Ant-Man, but that's something I think about. Oh, and I'll probably be stopping here in about 10 minutes, just so you guys know. Yeah, they just keep kind of making more Spider-Man. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah, just every character is always, you know, bantering. And it does give a feeling to all the movies, you know. They're almost comedies. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if there was more variety in character with a lot of that stuff. Okay, I gotta stop trying to do smooth lines. I'm gonna go back to some of the jaggy stuff. For anybody who hasn't been here hearing me complain about this, but I don't typically go quite that zoomed in, and I don't move around so much, but there is a lag, and it's making it look weird. Thank you, I appreciate that. See, I was so excited about the Fantastic Four movie. It looks like it's good, but then I kept hearing people saying bad things about it, and I don't really tend to care too much about people's opinion or critics or anything. I don't follow that stuff, but you know, I just have my fingers. I haven't seen it yet, and I have my fingers crossed that I will like it because it just looks so cool, and it looks like it's going to be a fun time, and it's different than the other Marvel movies, so hopefully it has a good feel to it, at least some sort of good story. Yeah, totally. It's the same thing with like TikTok trends. Like everybody, I heard someone talking about that the other day too. Like how with Vine, it wasn't about like following trends. It's like if you made a Vine, it was like to do something nobody else had ever done. You know, be the first person to do a new thing. And TikTok is the opposite of that. It's everybody just copying what everybody else is doing, and oh, I'm going to take that formula and do the same thing, and then they repeat their own formula over and over and over and over again. That's exactly what Marvel's doing. We need more variety. That's not all fur. Before humor was invented. Okay. Oh, you loved it. Good. Okay. Oh, that's good to hear. 90s foil. Yeah, it really is. Whatever makes the most money. That's the thing is, it drives me crazy because it's like they get the creative people in charge that do a good job, and then instead of letting them continue to do a good job, they just recycle stuff until we like just don't even care about what's going on anymore, and we just get all the same stuff. Don't like any of those lines. Very important. I get this little ruffle of fur, right? Does fur ruffle? Creating things is hard. That's why you give it to the people that are good at that instead of the corporate people. I've been seeing more and more AI commercials lately. Ugh. That's something too, is even like commercials like back in the 90s were creative, you know? Whenever I see those compilations of like old commercials, I'm like, man, they were actually pretty entertaining. Okay, I will. I'm streaming. I'll cut it off. All right. I guess I better get going. Gonna make some s'mores with the kids. I did watch Superman, and I don't like it. I don't like the movie. Everyone else seems to love it. This also happened to me with Man of Steel. Didn't love that movie. But yeah, just it didn't feel like Superman to me. He seems too whiny and angry and things like that. I don't know. I'm gonna give it another watch and see if anything changes, but wasn't quite for me. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I'll send some more. I'll email you some of the s'mores. White chocolate, by the way. We're gonna try that. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. I'm going to be doing this more. Any kind of project with SOURBOYS that I can do during the daytime, I'll be doing some of those. S'mores are gross. What in the world? That's blasphemous. How dare you? I will say s'mores are messy. They're very messy. Less fun to eat than they are imagining eating them. But the flavors are amazing. So how dare you? All right. I'm going to probably rank this whole thing later on. Thank you guys for coming. I'll let you know when I'm going to be streaming again. And you and I should hop on a stream at some point too. All you guys. I'd be happy to stream with all you guys. But all right. Thank you guys for coming. Everybody, make sure you go to sour.gg. Get some candy, get some stickers that I made the art for, stuff like that. And thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye. How do I turn this thing off now? I've forgotten all of the stuff I knew. All right, here we go. Boink. Nope, still didn't do it. Boink.